You do it, all of it. And you, to me, are a metaphor for what we're starting to realize about ourselves in our own matrix of mind.
Okay, I want to go down that road in a minute. But so the shift in the Earth's axis and kind of like this abrupt, I heard like Neil deGrasse Tyson say this once, like if the Earth just stopped rotation, it would be very bad because we would keep going 1,000 miles an hour and we basically wipe out the planet and wipe out, the human race. And a lot of mammals and a lot of other animals. And I think the birds will be the only thing, if they're in the air, that'll survive. Fish probably, depending on where they are in the ocean, might survive. All that kind of stuff. But that's an extinction level event. Like it's hard to, I don't think humanity comes back from that. I don't, at least. That's such a massive, it's kind of like a comet hitting. If a comet hits, it wiped out the dinosaurs. There's some things that survived, but the
mammals survived.
Some small mammals.
Small mammals survived.
None of the big ones.
None of the big ones did. But I mean, I think that the way to think about it is, if you're going 300 miles an hour in an airplane, 400 miles an hour in an airplane, and you hit something and come to a sudden stop, right? It's going to be very difficult for you to survive. That is true.
Sure.
But I believe that there have been, through each of these periods, a few people who have survived and basically climbed out of the rubble of the reset. And I do believe that there are a lot of people talking about this right now. It's not just me, right? I'm just basically talking about it more in relationship to what I'm finding, right? And it's revealing itself in a way that the Great Pyramid is like a clock, Stargate, of a 24,000-year clock. And it's showing us this, that the King's Chamber itself is shaped like the 4 stars we go through and you travel through, and the precession of equinox. And the positions of all of the constellations are in a backwards orientation, just as you would expect related to precession. So it's telling us about a larger 24,000-year clock.
Which is the Yugas. And
the Yugas, absolutely.
Exactly the Yugas.
And that's Sri Yukteswar, 100%.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, in the Holy Science. With all the research you've done on ancient mysteries, ancient civilizations, all this stuff, I assume that you've come across a prophecy or two, a prediction or two. What have you learned in regards to where we are right now and where the ancients knew this time period would take us? Like what's happening the rest of, if you've heard anything around this year and the next rest of this decade, the next 20 years, if you've heard of anything in your travels?
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, you can look and know what's going to be popular and shifting and changing based on the zodiac that you're in precession.
Okay, so explain.
So we just moved into Aquarius.
Right? The Age of Aquarius.
We're in the Age of Aquarius. So you also just described people have antipathy towards organization, towards government, there's like a rebellion that's kind of happening right now. You could feel it like kind of a pulse.
Yeah, against religion, against the media, against food.
Yeah.
The way
what's happened is all the things that were the arbiters, self-appointed arbiters of right and wrong, morality and amorality, right? Legality and illegality. So all the arbiters of this that we've had as appointed societal reference points on these are all being rejected unilaterally.
Very much so.
Why? Because we are now in the Age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius is exactly about rebellion. It's all about individuality. It's also about hyper-technology and frequency and resonance. So we're just falling in line with the Aquarian age. So that already is a prediction, right? That already is the prediction. So when you look at it from that standpoint, you start realizing, okay, we're just living a script. Literally a script with a backdrop set change. The set change becomes a zodiac.